All right, let's bring in Alabama Senator Tommy Tuberville. Sir, thank you so much for coming on. The House passed border security legislation. You and some of your colleagues on the Senate side introducing the Secure Border Act. It calls to resume construction of the wall, more border agents, tightening asylum standards, very important stuff. At this point, I know how politically, controlled Democrats are in Congress, right? They all kind of follow the same lead. But at some point, you've got the New York mayor, and I think the New York governor would agree with most of the standards that are in your bill to fix immigration in this country. Do you think you might get some people peeled off?
Yeah, we're getting a lot of help now from the Democratic side. Rob, we've all heard of natural disasters. This is the biggest man-made disaster to destroy our country that I've seen in my lifetime, and it's getting worse every day. And for the next year, going into an election year, knowing that possibly this border could be shut down by a Republican president and Congress, it will be unbelievable how many people is going to come into our country. It's unsafe. We're losing hundreds of thousands of kids and people a year to overdose of drugs, and this is more people than we lost in some of the wars that we fought. It's just absolutely, it's embarrassing, it's no common sense, and it's all on the Democratic side. Not one Republican have I heard that, hey, it might be the thing to do. This is all Republican. They get the credit for it and they get the blame.
It's a suicide mission for the West, is what this is, being foisted upon, I think, the entirety of the Western world by lunatics. I mean, you're seeing this in Italy. You're seeing these NGOs all over Europe out there grabbing as many people from North Africa and the Middle East as they can and just shoving them into, these very secure, well-run Western societies and just causing chaos. And the reality of it, it's so ugly and it's so sinister what they're doing to the West that it's creating these populist movements all over the world. Hungary's prime minister is a great example of that. He recently said this. Take a listen.
Orosz birodalom, a brüsszeli bürokraták és az amerikai demokraták csupa olyasmit akarnak tőlünk, amit mi nem tudunk, és azt hiszem, nem is akarunk megadni nekik. Brüsszel azt akarja, hogy engedjük be a migránsokat, és építsünk nekik migráns gettókat. Szóval azt mondhatjuk, hogy Magyarország nem engedheti, hogy bárki korlátozza függetlenségét és szuverenitását.
All right, so I mean, obviously, I don't think you speak Hungarian, but I mean, he's sending a message basically, and his messaging has been so strong on this that his country is not just going to become a migrant camp. Nobody wants this. I think a lot of these Western leaders are afraid to say it, but nobody wants what they're doing. He's the one guy that has the nerve to stand up and say it. You cannot have this anymore.
Well, you're exactly right. And Europe has been overrun by immigration. In the last 10 years, it's become noticeable now to everybody across the world how we've lost the UK, France, Italy, Sweden. They have bombings every day, and it used to be a quiet little country. But they've allowed all these people to come in. They don't assimilate. They don't want to go by their culture. They don't want to go by anything that they do in terms of their values. They don't go by the laws, but they're globalists. And that's what we've got here in the Biden administration. They're all globalists. They want to have no borders. They want everybody to come and be part of what we have. And that's not what we're about. And again, you just heard the prime minister or president from Hungary. I mean, he was exactly right. He is a guy that understands what's going on. And I heard a speech recently of Vladimir Putin. He's laughing at us. He's laughing at the United States of America, saying that we don't have morals anymore, we don't have borders anymore. Right. And this is the president of Russia laughing at the United States of America. We ought to be ashamed of ourselves, but this administration could care less. They want everybody to come in, and it's costing the American taxpayers billions of dollars.
Yeah, they care so much about Russia. They are arming Russia with so much ammunition against the West. Putin is able to point and say, look, I told you, these people are lunatics. Look at how they're running their country. That's what they're doing. They're weaponizing this for the man they're so scared of. They're doing him a lot of favors. Senator Tuberville, it's good to have you on. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.